Hello, my friends. Welcome once again to Faith Walk 101. There's a question that needs to be answered. How can we, as Christians, prepare for what's coming? And there are things coming that we really need to be prepared for. There are things that has been happening in our world that I believe is just a foreshadow of more things to come. So know what God says about the times we're living in. So God speaks about them in his word. And so the word is already telling us what's coming. And so we want to be prepared. If you know, understand, believe, trust, and are willing to obey God, then you will be prepared. Then you will not be surprised by what is happening right now in this world today. Tragedy, suffering, accidents, diseases, crime, and the list goes on and on. None of these things are new. None of them. What throws most people off is when we accept life, we wanted our life to be a certain way. And when it does not, that upsets us, that throws us off. As Christians, we know that all of this creation is groaning, everything. Find that in Romans 8 and chapter 8 and 22 to 24. So what's happening in our world today should not be a surprise to us. We should not be surprised by what's happening. God has already forewarned us. God has chosen you and I for such a time as this. We have been placed in this generation during this time for a reason. And we want to be able to accept the call, surrender to God, and allow the power of his Spirit that's in us to lead us. So many Christians have fallen asleep at the wheel and are so desperately wanting to believe someone other than God can fix this world. But only God, only Christ ruling is the only thing that's going to set this world right. And we know that as believers. And so we don't want to buy into the lie that the world is trying to tell us. Man cannot fix the problems. He is the problem. So that's why we get caught up in this. That's why so many people get caught by surprise. Everything that man has promised to fix has fallen apart. Everything that this world said it would make better has gotten worse. Man can't fix it, and he can't make it better. The more he messes with it, the more he messes with life, the worse it gets. We're seeing that. But God has already told us that how the times were going to be. In the book of John, chapter 16 and verse 33, Jesus says, I have told you these things. I've told you these things so that in me you may have peace. He's already told us what's going to happen so that we can have peace. Then he goes on to say, in this world you will have trouble. So if Christ has already told us we're going to have trouble, why are we surprised when we do? We need to be prepared and trust what God is saying. But he goes on to say, but take heart, I have overcome the world. And yes, he did. He overcame the world. The joy we have is in knowing the victory that's been won at the cross. Christ has risen, and he is alive, and he lives in every believer that has accepted him. Jesus has given us in advance warning. He has prepared us. Why are we not ready? So many have fallen asleep in this world because people think it is easy to just be complacent, to be unconcerned with lost souls. We have become dangerously lazy, drunk on the conveniences and the comforts of this world. All we need to do is respond to the word of God. We hear it, let's respond. The battle is, what the battle is that of the world. The world is saying in a very subtle way. Do what you want to do. You know, it's your life, it's your body. But the scriptures tell us so much differently, that we have been bought with a Christ, been bought with a price when Christ died on the cross. You know, even some Christians want you to believe what God is saying in His Word is an option. You know, it is not an option. When we as a body respond to the Word of God as a command and not an option, the world will witness the power of God like never seen before in this generation. Would you continue to join us on Faith Walk 101 as we encourage you and you continue to encourage us? Thank you.